All right, I'm going to continue my series about different fitness business models and what I like and don't like about them. And today is kind of like a commercial gym, but if you've ever seen like a gym that's actually like a big sports complex, kind of like a bubble, has basketball courts and soccer fields and stuff like that, that's the type of gym that I want to talk about today. There's not too many of them, it's not that common, but they do exist, and a lot of people dream of like, man, I wish I could have my own big sports complex someday. So we're going to talk about that business model and what I like and don't like about them. So let's start with the cons. First of all, they're huge. You're going to be paying a lot of money for that facility. If you don't, within the first like 1 to 2 years of opening that, like get your money situated and get a lot of customers, you're going to be screwed. The rent for a building like that, or the mortgage, if you have the money to buy something like that, is going to be insane, let alone the electric bills and supplies and stuff like that. It's a big responsibility. It's a very large project to take on. That being said, if they're in the right area, they can typically do pretty well. You can have men's sports leagues, youth sports leagues, charge a pretty penny for the gym membership. Some of these places have a pool too. You could do swimming lessons. There's a lot of ways for these places to make money. They're not really limited in that regard. It's just a matter of having enough customers and being in the right place to do that. What I don't see them doing correctly is compartmentalizing the different aspects of their business and marketing them separately. So, like, for example, the swimming lessons and stuff like that should have their own marketing campaign. The personal training should have its own marketing campaign, along with the gym. The sports leagues for youth and for men should have their own marketing campaign. Things like that. A lot of times they kind of just like centralize their marketing, and they think that just promoting the building in its entirety is going to get all these different customers, and it can kind of work like that, but I think they would be much more successful if they compartmentalize things and one at a time kind of got these different aspects of the businesses going and peaking at the same time. That's really when they would see the most success. Another downside is just operationally, it seems like a nightmare because of the different complexities of the business, different things that you're offering. You need to have an operations team or a specialist just like running that place like a drill sergeant. You can't F up the operations in a place like this. You can't have the soccer games not starting on time. You can't have people be late. You can't, have somebody stealing the basketballs and nobody there to monitor things. You need to have a very strict schedule. You need to keep things really, really dialed in. And that's a vulnerability of this business because one little chink in the armor can kind of screw things up. That being said, one thing I do like about it is that it wouldn't really be seasonal because of the different amenities that you have. So the gym would be pretty much good year round, but the sports stuff would be huge year round. People can play indoor soccer and basketball all year round, which is great. And that's something that they should really focus on, and again, have that sort of dialed in where they're not just hoping for like seasonal up and downs, but they're keeping their foot on the gas with the marketing for those different sports leagues. Overall, I'd give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10 as a business model. If you have the money to do it, it could be great. They're like right off the bat going to be like a multi-million-dollar enterprise, just in terms of revenue, which is great. But the complexities and the operations of it, you can't just wing it. You can't just buy one of these things and hope for the best. You need to make sure you have a real plan in place.